everyone. Is in their seat as the Heat look to grab a win here in Miami. The NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us this Sunday afternoon. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. And, of course, Alec Burks. This is their first game without him.
And as shocked as people are that they would trade away a player of his caliber, they didn't just let him go for nothing. I mean, they got a lot in return. I think it's a deal that's going to really help them down the road.
Hardaway, no good. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Robinson misses. And here are the Wizards now. Instead, it seems like time and again, the Heat uncover those hidden gems, turning unknowns into big contributors.
That's one of the things they do best, Kevin. The list of names like that is long, but look no further than Udonis Haslem, whose jersey they retired last season. Their hard work culture seems to breed those kind of success stories.
Oh, Stan, this should be a fun one. A clash at the center position.
Yeah, and Kevin, the way the game has changed, we don't see these kind of big men matchups much anymore. And so it's great to see one where two great big guys going at it, and they're going to go after each other.
And Stan, you know what you're talking about. You've had the opportunity to coach some great big men.
Oh, I have. I had Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, Andre Drummond. I seem to always have good centers. Well, this is Robinson at his best. He can really do damage off the catch.
Down low, and stolen by Mobley. Pass to Bane. For three. The Heat with a fresh 14. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Just 5 to shoot. Robinson for three. Here's Mobley. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And that's just opportunistic basketball. Mobley carving out space and then cashing in on the second chance opportunity.
The Heat shooting their first free throw of the game here. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty draft record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
And this is where Smart's at his best, being aggressive, going towards the rim.
Back to Bane. Pass to Robinson. Now here's Jamison. Back to Robinson. Good ball movement here by the Heat. There's the triple. Good D by Hardaway.
Now, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
His length gives Wiggins an advantage on the D. He can get his hand to shots that a lot of other players would not be able to impact.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Now, Koulibaly. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Pass to Robinson. Payne for three. Rebound, Washington. Here's Smart. Goes back up. Hardaway with it. To the paint. Here's Coulibaly. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Pass to Robinson. Lets it go from deep. It's tipped.
Wow, that's a tough foul to take there. That gives him two early on, and the coach might have to cut his minutes a bit.
The Wizards getting their third free throw shot of the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first. Robinson for three. Bangs home the trifecta. Robinson's got 9.
This is what Robinson is out here to do. I like how aggressive he is shooting it from outside.
Pass to Thor. And another miss by Washington. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. 3-point lead. Outside Robinson. Poked loose. Stolen by Smart. Three-pointer. Wiggins with the block. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Heat. They lead.
The Wizards. 9.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
There's a screen to the inside. Sarr. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
And this is why you involve the big man Sarr in pick and rolls. He understands how to take advantage.
Back to Jaquez. And Smart over to help. No one near Boucher as he lets it go. And again, Miami with the triple.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
Well, Heat leading by 4. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Garland feeling it out a little bit. Outside, Horford. 6 to shoot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaime Jaquez. That's his first foul. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Pass to Horford. Garland with it. Defended now by Wagner. Tips it. Here's Horford. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, I don't think Horford gets enough credit for his defense. He's been an impact player at that end for a long time.
Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hedo Turkoglu as a big part of what we did in Orlando. Yes. Was the most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
Inside, here's Ball. Kicks it out to Garland. Outside, George. Jaquez with the steal. Here's Alexander Walker. Drops in the layup for two. Alexander Walker's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, that kind of vision is exactly what they need out of Jaquez.
Kispert wide open. He fires. And another miss by Washington. Robinson for three. Ball with the rebound.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
And a guy whose stand brings a lot of energy to the floor, Saddiq Bey.
Yeah, Kevin, you really like all the intangibles with him. Hard-working guy, confident, tough, great guy to have in your organization and in your rotation. Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Wizards trailed by 6. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
To the middle. Back to Kispert. Pass the ball. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Kispert. And here's Garland for 3. And the 3 ball is good.
3.
Garland's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Alexander Walker with the ball. Outside, Robinson fires from deep. It's hauled in by George. Wizards trailed by 5. And here's Kispert from the arc.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Robinson for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Robinson's got 12.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter. And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Pass to Alexander Walker. 23 seconds left in the second quarter. Wagner. And the shot goes in. Wagner's got the lead up to 10 now for Miami.
Oh, great ball movement there.
There's Garland. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Garland's got 5 points now this quarter.
And what you like about Garland, his ability to make the adjustment inside.
And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Smart. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And that 3 makes things just a little more interesting here as we head to halftime. They are not going away.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Wizards trailed by 5. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Left side, Bane. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Connects from three-point range. Robinson's got 15.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Kicks it out to Wiggins. Heat moving the ball around. Robinson on the wing. He's got 15. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
Well, not an area we're used to seeing Robinson operate in, but he focuses and gets it to go.
Pass to Saw. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Jamison. Lets it go with the three. Outside Robinson. And here's Jamison. Goes up the baseline. And there's another one for the Heat.
Flushes the mid-ranger. What a shot from Jamison.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Outside, Smart. 5 to shoot. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard, that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up. Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
Pass to Thor. It's good from long range.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Here's Robinson. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by Smart.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Inside. In the corner, it's Saw. Rebound by the Heat.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And while the offense is developing, Alex Saw is already a huge presence at the defensive end.
Yeah, along with being a great rim protector, he's a 7-footer who can really slide his feet on the perimeter. He can switch on the guards and make them work for their opportunities.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Outside, Horford. Outside, Hardaway. Back to Horford. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Wiggins outside. Cans it from downtown. Wiggins has got his first 3 points of the game.
And how about the confidence of Wiggins? His teammates want him to take those shots.
Pass to Kispert. Back to Garland. From 10 feet out, Evan Mobley with the rebound. 6-second difference between the shot and game plan. Now here's Jamison. There's the 3. And that one is off. Out to the right wing. For 3, Kispert. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
The Heat have made their only other free throw attempt today on an earlier trip to the line. Free throw good, Whitmore. And the Heat making a change here. No good on the second free throw. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Heat lead by 3. We're going to step aside.
The Wizards, 37.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. The Heat leading by 3. Pass to Hawkins. Boucher in the post. Here's Alexander Walker. Good ball movement here by Miami. Clock at 4. The Heat need to get a shot off. Drops in the tray. Whitmore's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Heat.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Garland. It's tipped.
Great timing on the rejection. Wagner using his size and length to get the stop.
Stolen by Garland. Moving it up. And stolen by Whitmore. Kicks it out to Wagner. And it's off from three-point range. Wizards trail by 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaime Jaquez. That'll be his second foul of the game. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. The Heat making a switch here. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He told them, pedal to the metal. Adding, we're ahead out here, but it's not over yet. Start celebrating in your head when there's work to be done on the floor. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And Wagner's got the ball here for the Miami Heat. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Robinson misses.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Hardaway, no good. The Heat leading by 6. Jaquez with the ball. Out guarded by Smart. Back to Jaquez. Here's the 3. Drills it from outside.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Pass to Wagner. And here is Robinson. Guarded by Smart. Here's Jaquez. Now Wagner. Robinson on the wing. A kick out to Bain. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. And now a 12-point Miami lead. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Sarr to stop the drought. The shot, no good. Nice defense from Wagner. Pass to Boucher. Stan, I could talk about coaching with you from morning till night, but what's the most difficult part of coaching that maybe the average fan doesn't know about?
Well, there's probably a lot of things like that, Kevin, so I'll just give you one. When you're coaching a star player who's on the decline a little bit, in his own mind, he's still that guy he was in his best years, but you have to limit his role, not get him as many shots, things like that, and there can be some tension, and it's with a guy that you have huge, huge respect for.
That's a great example. Coaching an aging star. Very different. And Sarr throws it down.
And when you ask the coaches about Sarr, they rave about his motive.
Outside for Robinson. Takes a 3. Hits it from three-point range. Robinson's got 11 in the second half.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep right.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
Substitution on the court.
So it's Miami now. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Robinson's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Heat.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Miami.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Robinson.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
Pass to Robinson. Latre. Horford with the rebound. And here we go, the Wizards fast break. And so